she had a tear roll down her back. down her eye. I thought the back. The guy get my mind straight. The devil, he always trying to twist your story up. But she had a tear roll down her eye for Aunt Frances. I used to go to the funerals with Grandma all the time. All the kids and everything. I don't know if you remember this or not, but I always sat in the front row with Grandma. She made sure I had a seat to sit in the front row with her. So, amongst a lot of burials of a lot of her kids, man, that's where you would find me, with Grandma. And I just recalling, you know, and I remember, like, she was being interviewed by the news people and everything one day, you know, because they wanted to know, when you hit a certain age, the government want to know how you made it. You know, they want to know what vitamins you took, what vitamins you took, what you didn't take, because they want to live to be that same fucking age, so they want to study your ass. So I remember on her 100th birthday, they came out, right before they had to give her the cake downtown and all that, and they asked her, they said, well, how do you listen on, walk around, you taking care of a 3-story house, you cooking Sunday meals, and you go to church every Sunday, you don't miss a Sunday, you know what I mean? You're raising your kids and your grandkids and your nieces and nephews, and everybody there's like, we just like to know how did you do it, you know? And Grandma said, well, I just never let nothing stress me out. She said, I look at everything like spilt milk. She said, I just never let nothing stress me out, man. That's it. That's the answer, man. That's the answer to longevity. If you want to be here forever, because being here forever is a blessing and a curse. Because everybody don't get to be here forever. So when God lets you be here forever, as I tell everybody else, you got to watch other people leave. I hate to tell you that part of it, but everybody can't get the same blessing from God. You know, you say, okay, I get one in your family, I let this one live long in your family, I let this one. He rotated, you know. But everybody can't have the same blessing when it comes to longevity in life, you know. But sometimes you live long, you got the pain and suffering all of life because you got to bury loved ones along the way. That's about the flip side of that. So it's good and bad to be here, you know. Because no matter how long you live, you still got that checkout date. You can live 120, whatever the record is right now. I think the record, this guy was on the internet the other day, I was watching him, 110. This nigga still pop locking and everything. He had to bar the club and everything. Oh, gee. Yeah, I mean, that ain't the place to spend energy, but hey, maybe that's what keep him going. I don't know, but he was pop locking and everything. I had to look that video up, man. It's fact checked, so it's a real story. 110. Pop locking like it's hot, man. Getting all down, doing all them little old school dance moves, so. But that's the thing I tell about people about God, because when it's your turn, it's your turn. You be the most healthiest person. You be the motherfucker that never smoked, never drink, never did nothing, and then died in a motherfucking car accident. A slip on a rock. Hit your head. What? You like, what the hell? What the hell is that shit about, man? You slip on a rock. Yo. Look, my sister Nora was like that. Nora didn't drink. She ain't smoked. She lived the best life. She had the best food. She traveled. She did good shit. Cancer still said, Nora, you coming with me. God said, it's time, Nora. Cancer is how I'm taking you out of here. And you heard of him before. And a lot of people don't know. As I tell you how close to the grandma house I grew up, Nora had breast cancer when she was 17. When she had Monica. They had took her chest out, one of her side of her teeth. And that's what she had. I think that's what caused her first nervous breakdown, because she was shamed by how her body looked. You know, they didn't have all shit like now, more modern technology. You got to remember how old Monica is and when that happened. So Nora was like 16, 17. She was a smart cookie, man. But Nora was brilliant when it came to like typing and shorthand and all that shit. She had fucking brains, you know what I mean? But when she found out she had cancer in her chest and they had to literally remove one of her chests, that threw her off mentally. You know, she came to grandma's house and she was real sick that day that they took her chest away. And grandma had twin beds back then. Well, she still had twin beds all the time, but in that twin bed. Nora had stayed with grandma in grandma's room for the whole time during her recovery. But I think that's what threw her off mentally, Pit, because she was feeling, I hear she was talking to grandma, she wasn't feeling like, like a woman, whatever. And that breast cancer removal back then was different than it is now. So, but, that's a story for another day. A lot of people don't know Nora had breast cancer. And grandma would help her get all kind of pads and stuff to make it look like she had two titties or whatever, you know what I mean? Because, she was ashamed by that, you know what I mean? One chest sticking out the other one. So, and shit back then was expensive. And like now, you can make your own shit up, you stuff your bra, whatever, you make yourself, a nigga don't care. But you got one titty or not, the nigga the daytime don't give a damn. But back then when that was going on, people looked at you kind of like, okay, you full of disease and all that shit now. So they looked at it totally different back then. Daytime, she could have, had some surgery, had a titty replaced or whatever, you know what I mean? They wasn't doing, you had to have big bucks back then. You could get it done back then, but you had to have some fucking money. It ain't like no fucking now. It's so common and easy. Everybody fly the fuck over to Mexico and get any kind of damn titty lip, butt lip, whatever for cheap. Because they taking all them bottles.
This not say, hold on.
Oh, all right.